This shit has really got to me, y'all. I can't stop. I keep thinking of like more shit that I want to say. So I also want to say that, again, people keep talking about the work that she's been doing in the Black community, but a lot of, I'm pretty sure everything that she's done would have had more meaning if she had done it herself as a white ally. You guys know that I constantly say that racism is white people's problem. We cannot change white people. We cannot change the minds of white people. White people hate us for an illogical reason, which is our skin color, which is hereditary, which is not a social construct. White people hate us for an illogical reason, which is our skin color. Racism is a disease of white people, as Albert Einstein said, and racism is going to be eradicated by white people. All Black people can do at this point is support each other and try to rebuild our communities through group economics, supporting Black-owned businesses, creating infrastructure, and things like that. We cannot be constantly worried about convincing white people of our humanity, because again, that puts white people in a place of privilege, as if they are above us and as if we have to go out of our way to convince them of something. White people have to wake up. They have to realize that there is a system of racism, white supremacy in this country, and that they do have privilege, and that they have to work to unlearn and undo that. And 9 times out of 10, white people appreciate that knowledge more when it is coming from another white person, because they are imbued with these ideals that they see Black people and other minorities and people of color as second-class citizens. So all of this amazing work that she did with the NAACP honestly would have been worth more if she had done it herself as a white ally. She could have stood out as, hey, listen, I am a white person that understands oppression, and I'm trying to explain to my fellow white people, which you guys know, that's all I say white people need to do, fucking, instead of running rampant through my comment section, go fucking teach another white person, go leave comments on the white supremacist YouTube page, because that's what matters to them, hearing it from other white people. What was even gained from her dressing up in blackface? This was not about activism. So stop saying she did so much for the community so we can give her a pass. What she did for the community was about herself. It was about her ego. It was about her white privilege, and it was about, you know, getting over her white guilt. It wasn't actually about doing anything for the Black community, because if she really wanted to do something for the Black community, it would have been 10 times more effective if she did it as herself, as a white ally. Like, wake up. Wake up and smell the deception, right? I fucking read a really great article the other day, which was talking about philanthropy. I was tweeting about it if you guys follow me on Twitter, but they were talking about philanthropy and how a former Harvard grad just donated $400 million to Harvard. How Harvard is already one of the top funded schools in the country, and they probably didn't need that type of donation. And how a lot of times you have these huge amounts of philanthropic work that people are not doing because they actually want to help the school or help the cause, but they're doing it for their ego. They're doing it so they can show to other people, look at how amazing and wonderful and philanthropic I am. And you know, I don't know how many of you guys watched Charmed, but there was an episode of Charmed where they were imbued with the 7 deadly sins, and one of the sins that one of the sisters was imbued with was pride. So she was doing all this stuff to quote-unquote help people and to quote-unquote save them, but at the end of the episode they said, at the end of the day, you didn't do any of that for the greater good. You did it for the greater good of you, the greater good of yourself. Everything that this woman has done as a white woman in blackface was done for the greater good of Rachel. None of it was for the greater good of the Black community. All of it was so she could go to sleep at night feeling like she was not an oppressor, feeling like she was not a white person, okay? None of what she did was actually to help Black people. It was all to help herself, to help her maintain her white privilege, and to help her get rid of her white guilt. So stop saying she did so much for the Black community. If she had done even 1/10 of what she did as a white person and as a white ally, it would have meant more. So fuck you, and fuck you, Dr. Boyce Watkins, for saying we need to fucking accept her. You can go fuck yourself. And really, I'm done. Really, for real, I'm done.